Hey guys, it's Nick here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys Rush 2049 for the N64. Now, you might ask, what emulator are you using? I'm using N64. So, anyways, excuse if there's choppiness in the video or if it freezes because my capture card's been having some problems lately. So, I tried restarting the computer after, right before I record this. So, I don't know. Anyways, I have very fond memories of this game because this was a game my best friend Kyle had. They lost the game, and apparently he told me that his brother said it was my fault, even though I never touched the damn cartridge. And I also actually did a commentary of the arcade version. I was playing it on the ferry boat. Let me tell you this, don't ever play the arcade version. The control is awful. Now, the controls aren't all that good in here, but I'll get to that in a minute. But arcade version has shitty controls. And this one guy comes to say, that's weird, the controls work for me. Well, maybe it's different in different regions or something. I don't know. Anyways, let's get on with it. Now, to be honest, I used to own the first game, San Francisco Rush. Then I sold it because I really didn't like it anymore. So I got the second one for free, and that one was a huge disappointment because the Seattle track I was really looking forward to, but it has nothing to do with Seattle. They should have just called it like City or something. But anyways, then there's this one. This one is okay, but I have some complaints about it. First of all, again, the control isn't all that good. Like, the slightest tap of the joystick sends you flying in the other direction. And by the way, my driving might not be all that good in here, not necessarily because of the controls, but mostly because when I record something on my capture card, it kind of it lags a second or whatever. So, my driving's not going to be as good as it could be if you actually saw me doing it. But I decided, well, it's better than shooting a webcam video, and there I go, dying. Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the graphics. I'm disappointed in the graphics, but I still like them. I have a little problem with the graphics, but for the most part, they're good. The reason why I'm disappointed with the graphics is because they didn't use the Nintendo 64's 64-bit capabilities. Most of the N64 games you play are actually 32 bits, like playing them on the PlayStation. Now, I've only played the N64 version of these games or their original arcade ports. And that's it. I played the arcade versions on Midway Arcade Treasures as well. Anyways, so graphics, I mean, it's like California Speed. Why can't they be as good as the arcade? They could be, but they just decided not to. I don't know why they didn't use the 64-bit capabilities. Did they have to pay more for a better development kit from Nintendo, or what was the problem with it? And it's funny to know that they used to make the developers used to make unlicensed games for the NES. Attention, hello. Yeah, I know the game was developed by Midway, but they bought out Atari, I believe, or most of their N64 ports of Atari games were made by Midway. So I don't know. To be honest, I don't know much about the subject, but I thought I could have sworn what happened is that Midway bought out Atari. But anyways, music-wise, I actually know, not personally, but I've talked to the guy who composed the music for these games, Barry Leach. He's a really, really talented person, really talented composer. I'm a big fan of his works. He's not my most favorite video game musician. I hope he doesn't get offended by that. To be honest, I really don't have a favorite, but he's a really talented composer. I have to say, maybe about 50 of his soundtracks. Trust me, that's a lot of music. 10 songs for each game. Let's do the math. That's 500 songs right there I've listened to. And I'm sure I've listened to more than that. Anyways, so musically, this game's got good music, and he actually still happened to have the music for this game, and he gave it to me, which is really cool. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. Trust me, dude, no one's gonna ask, or barely anyone. Anyways, to be honest, that you don't really need the music in this game. I could record off my capture card, so you guys don't need to ask me for that. Ask me for the music if you're that desperate. And speaking of music, it's really a shame because I was not able to get the music to work on this game. Seriously, I was not able to get it to work. Now, maybe I have a defective copy or something, but now I checked in the audio settings. I made sure the music was up all the way, and I actually turned all the sound effects off, but still, no music. The only thing that plays is the menu music. And I don't know why the end-game music is, where I made sure it was on an actual song rather than just dead silence, but nope, the music was not working. So I have no idea why this is, but whatever the case, it didn't work. So, you know, it's really a shame. Although, you know, I do have the Dreamcast soundtrack, so I could just pop that in and listen, which was also composed by Barry Leach. So, you know, gameplay-wise, like I said, the controls are kind of awful. I've played worse control. I've had worse controls in racing games, but the Rush games take the cake for worst racing game controls. Like I said, slightest tap on the control stick either is too much sensitive or it's not sensitive enough to make the turns. So, and I know you can adjust your car settings and maybe that would fix it, but the arcade controls are literally a piece of shit. Anyways, let me talk about the cheat menu. Well, first of all, let me verify. Today I was able to get the all cars cheat to work, so let me verify for you guys that it works. You might be like, well, it's not work for me. How is that so? You gotta, seriously, the worst part, you have to type in these cheats literally as fast as humanly possible. Like, I can't believe I did it. I was fucking astonished when it worked. And the big part that pisses me off, that makes me want to rip out my hair, is after you turn off the game, the cheat mode deactivates and you lose everything that you've turned on. And take note, you can deactivate these cheats, but anyways. So that's a really bullshit thing. I think they should have kept the cheat mode in there. You might be like, well, well, that's not cool to cheat. Trust me, when you see how hard this game is, you'll want to cheat too. I mean, I'm not one for cheating in games, but the way to unlock the cars by having to collect all the fucking coins on those stupid stunt courses, and impossible to collect coins, mind you, I don't think it's worth it. All in all, I'm going to give this game a 3 out of 5. There's things I enjoyed about the games, and things that just disappointed me. So, and to be honest, this is the only game I know of where cheat mode does not save after you shut it off. Now, I'm sure there's others, okay? I'm sure there's other games that do it. Maybe some of the other Rush games do it too, I don't know. But so far, it's the only one I've played that I can remember anyone is that where you turn off the game, you turn off the cheats. And I mean, like, just saving it to a memory card, not just, turning a game off that doesn't have any, like, what do they call lithium battery, I think. So, would I suggest buying this game? Well, actually, it's pretty hard to come across, or at least around here in Seattle. I was surprised to find it at a half-price books, which is kind of a thrift store here, for those of you around the world. So, I don't know, I found it there, it was $10. It's like, yeah, I'd like to relieve some, or like to, get some nostalgic value out of it. That's another reason why I bought it, because, I remember playing this a lot with my friend whenever he'd bring his 64 over. Unfortunately, he sold his Nintendo and all of his games, so, he even had StarCraft 64, which I played the shit out of with him. So anyways, if you like racing games, if you're a big fan of the Rush games and you have an N64, go pick it up. It is a must-have, but I'm just saying, there are problems with this game that you should be warned about, so, but, all in all, I think it kind of is faithful to the game, to the arcade game. But anyways, thanks for watching, I'll see you guys later, and peace out. Thanks for watching.